It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the New Orleans Saints and the Buffalo Bills. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that it's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from Buffalo. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
And I'm not sure I enjoy watching any quarterback in the league more than I enjoy watching Josh Allen. I mean, he's a bit of a throwback in terms of his play style. I mean, he's just as likely to throw a 65-yard bomb for a touchdown as he is in 4th and short to run over the middle linebacker. I mean, he plays with such a hard, aggressive style. There's not a lot of guys built like him, Mike, and I'll tell you what, he's a blast to watch. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On the ground, this is James Cook. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, Josh Allen. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
This one brought in by Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be taken down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, it's Allen. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On 4th down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. And their quarterback is the all-time leading passer for the Raiders, Derek Carr, the veteran.
Ever since Derek Carr came into the league, Mike, he's been historically a very passionate and productive NFL quarterback. He has the arm that can make every throw, but sometimes it's that arm that gets him into trouble. So he's got to find a little balance, a happy medium between aggressiveness and recklessness, because when he's playing well, they have as good a shot to win games as anybody.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Shaheed in motion. 2nd down, Carr. That's over the middle and taken in by Valdez-Scantling. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
Carr now on 2nd down. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bills offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. Looking middle, he's got it complete to Coleman. Cooper going in motion. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got a man downfield. It's Shakir. And he will go all the way. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bills are out to a 10-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, here's Mims. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Saints offense ready for their second possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Carr. To the left side and pulled in. Valdez-Scantling. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Carr working out of the gun. Brought in by Chris Olave. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Carr. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Shaheed in motion. It's a give now to Kamara. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Carr. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Carr. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
They'll run here with Kamara. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Now here's 2nd and goal. They go with their fullback trying to get it. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Here's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown. He slams it in there, and he is in. Alvin Kamara, touchdown Saints.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Saints are on the board. It's 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Once again, it's Cook. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Cooper going in motion. So now they'll throw it with Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. And he will score. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Bills.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Pass now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills will get out in front 17-7. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Williams on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he's going to take this all the way back. 94 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills' offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Allen looking to Samuel on the out route. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Buffalo.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Now Allen on 1st down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Allen going to throw again. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Williams now to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Carr now. This one complete to Hill. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
That's a short pickup to about the 47. Matt Milano there to stop him. Second down and 8. Carr to throw. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back is Carr. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Carr. To the left side into the hands of Olave.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
In motion is Hill. Now Kamara. Not much room to speak of. He'll take this to the 11. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Carr. And that will wind up incomplete. 0-0 on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Bills with the early advantage. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd down and 9. In motion is Hill. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Taysom Hill. Touchdown, New Orleans. On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. It's up and good. The Saints will go up by a point here in the second quarter. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. Past midfield. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
And that right there is how you regain momentum. You just gave up the lead, but now here comes a huge boost by your special teams. Just an excellent return. Gonna set them up with great starting position on this next drive.
So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Demario Davis there on the play. They face second down and 7. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
I love these crossing routes, Mike. Not only do they put so much stress into the deep layers of the defense, but they really allow the wide receivers to run with the ball after the catch. We just saw a great example why, and it led to a huge chunk play.
They'll have to go the full 10 yards, but it's first and goal. From the gun, Josh Allen. To the goal line and in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills will open up a 6-point lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, it's Williams. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now a second down throw from Carr. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. The big man, Ed Oliver, in for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Carr working out of the gun. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he will take this one in. 77 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints will go up by a point here in the 2nd quarter. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and Keon Coleman set to get back to work. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Open man, that's Amari Cooper. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. In motion, Shakir. Look wide. Get this one complete. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is a great look here, Mike, when you have a very versatile tight end, the ability to move him around. He's like the ultimate chess piece. In this snap, he's lined up in the slot. His ability to get downfield and use that big body, when you're going against these zone defenses, oftentimes that's the vulnerability of the coverage. The ball was on time, the ball was accurate, and then his big tight end, he just did the rest.
Looking middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Allen going to make the read and hold on here. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And he's in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Extra point try by Bass. He's got it. And the Bills will open up a 6-point lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Williams on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Carr. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Kamara. Here's their punter now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The home team's offense, and Josh Allen headed back onto the field, and he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll throw on 1st down with Allen. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Here's 1st and 10. Cooper going in motion. To throw again, it's Allen. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Allen. He'll run again.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
3rd down, 3 to go. He'll try and run here with Cook. Mark him right on the 15, and the march continues. That is a 1st down picked up on the ground. Allen, going to give it to Cook. And he will score. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Now Bass to tack on the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bills add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Kamara, able to break a tackle as he powers forward 4 yards. Play action now. It's Carr. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Carr. He's got his man. That's Olave. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time. And it leads to big gains like this.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Carr. This throw right side is caught by Hill. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's a toss to the right for Kamara. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Carr. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. In motion, Shakir. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go play action here with Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. Second and 11. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. Woo! And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. Here comes 3rd and 6. Allen will throw. He's got his man. That's Coleman. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
In motion, Shakir. On 1st down, it's Allen. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. This is intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The visitors' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Carr now. To the left side, into the hands of Olave.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Carr. That's over the middle and taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. First and 10. Shaheed in motion. On 1st down, Carr. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Carr working out of the gun. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Saints.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can. And when you connect, it is a thing of beauty. And in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Groupie now, on for the extra point. The kick is good. The Saints are back within 6. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Johnson now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They bring the tight end in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. So we have come to halftime here at Orchard Park with the Bills out front, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. The Bills were led in the first half by their all-world quarterback, Josh Allen. He had it going right away. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 2 more in the second. 4 touchdown passes all told, and he's likely not done yet.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and Derek Carr set to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Shaheed in motion. On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Slot receiver headed right. On 1st and 10, Carr. Shaheed with the catch. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Groupie back out to kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
In motion, Shakir. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Now he'll run it. A gain there of 21. Good for a Bills first down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Paulson Adebo, the good coverage. Gets his hand in there to knock it away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
Here's 3rd and 2. Now it's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he's into the end zone. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Pass now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. On the return, here's Mims. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Kamara. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Carr to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third and 5. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. It's a pickup of 12. First down, New Orleans.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Carr now to throw on first down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Second down, Carr. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here's third down and a few inches. From the shotgun, it's Carr. He's got the connection there to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
I love this decision here, Mike. 3rd and inches, everyone in the building's just thinking you're going to just plow it up the middle and get a fresh set of downs. This is probably the best opportunity to strike downfield in the passing game, and that's exactly what they did.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Carr. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Bills offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Allen to throw. He's going to run it.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
3rd and long. Throwing is Allen. He'll get this out to the left flat. It is a gain of 16. They get the 3rd down conversion by about a yard.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the 1st down.
On the handoff, this is Cook. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but Not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Once again, it's Cook. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Buffalo.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. And the Bills are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll bring up second and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Josh Allen on the bootleg. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
On third and goal, here's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bills will extend their third quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
On the return, it's Williams. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. And he'll get about 5. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves third and short. They'll go again here with Kamara. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. First down, up past the 35.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
First down throw for Carr. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
On second down, here's a run with Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Carr. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Demario Davis there on the play. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now Allen. He'll get this out wide. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
When you run these quick smokes or tunnels, wide receiver screens, they go by a variety of names. When you throw the ball to your wide receiver behind the line of scrimmage, you're counting on the defense playing very soft, and it's all going to be run after the catch. He's able to pick up enough here to bring up first down.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw. Off he goes. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
And this is when it just gets very frustrating as a defense, because this is what it's been like all day. The pass rush is good, but just not quite good enough. They let him slip through, and he burns them with big yardage.
Now Allen on 1st down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 6. Allen will throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocklin, most passing yards ever in a game. Van Brocklin at 554 over 70 years ago, 1951. Help from the O-line, help from the receivers, an incredible performance, an NFL record set here. To throw again, it's Allen. He's got his big tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. That his second touchdown of the afternoon. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Allen leading the Bills to the line for this 2-point try. They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Williams on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
In motion is Hill. Now a second down throw from Carr. That's over the middle and taken in by Valdez-Scantling.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now a 3rd and 2. Carr working out of the gun. He's got his man. It's Hill. 13 yards on the catch there. It's good for a Saints first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Second down, Carr. To the outside, that's caught by Hill. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. That is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp. And the Bills have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Bills offense make their way out to take over once more. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights, touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
And this is one of those games where dreams are a reality, Mike, and you just can't ever predict when you're going to have a game like today, where just every play call, every ball that you throw, every option that you have downfield is wide open and productive. It's pretty incredible, the ability for them to continue to have their way with this defense, because barring some sort of change from this secondary where they come up with some answers, I don't even think they're done scoring just yet.
Here's 2nd and 6. On the carry, it's Cook. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Cook. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Allen, going to give it to Cook. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. And now, it's 3rd down.